You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
Welcome back to Byline Wilmington. I'm Rhonda Bellamy, substituting for Don Ansell and continuing our discussion with Alan Pope, the division engineer for the State Department of Transportation. That is District 3, which is a pretty wide area. In addition to New Hanover, Pender, and Brunswick counties, you also have Duplin, Sampson, Onslow, a very disparate district, if you will. How do you juggle all of the demands? You have some areas that are largely urban, some that are largely rural.
It's pretty neat. Our division has two basically large metropolitan areas, but we also have a lot of other needs within our rural areas. Just if I didn't have a great staff, if I didn't have the staff that of people that work within the Department of Transportation, it would be a very difficult thing to do. We have somewhere about 600 employees off and on, depending on how many temporaries we have, to help build big projects and also to go fill potholes.
How much recovery money did we get for local road projects?
Our division got somewhere in the neighborhood of about $50 million worth of ARA funds to actually put within our division.
Great. What effect have reforms to the State Department of Transportation structure had on local projects?
Well, just being over programmed in the Wilmington MPO is a very good example of part of that philosophy change within the department. Our secretary said that our old TIP, Transportation Improvement Program, was a book of fiction. We delivered about 65% of what was in that Transportation Improvement Program. Governor Perdue, when she came in, set up transportation reform within the department, and it's our goal today to look at and make our 5-year work plan be delivered at a 95% rate of delivery. Well, to be able to go from a 65% delivery rate to a 95% delivery rate with the same amount of money, something has got to slide backwards. And I think that's part of the problem where we were overprogrammed.
Overprogrammed meaning that we had more projects on the books than we could reasonably fund?
That's correct. Our revenue did not match what our desires were.
Were the desires based on some real needs, though?
Well, and that's another part of the reform, is to base it on data. Base it on ADT, base it on traffic safety, base it on the structural health of the roadway and the structures themselves, but also to have an input for the locals. In the Wilmington MPO boundaries, the Transportation Advisory Committee is that input where the citizens can come in and say, this is a project that we need, and that's where that support, that local grassroots support should start.
AAA is out annually with a list of deficient bridges, and very often some of those in southeastern North Carolina make it onto that list.
Yes.
How are our bridges?
Well, our bridges are safe. I will not put my son or my wife across any bridge that I don't feel like is safe. We inspect our bridges twice, biannually, excuse me. And then we also have crews that are dedicated to maintaining our bridges. And yeah, our bridges are safe.
Okay.
I have no problem driving across them.
Let's talk for just a minute. If we'll go back to the Hampstead bypass and some of what the merchants and others who are in favor of this program are saying. Give us the timeline first off.
Well, the Hampstead bypass, are we talking about Hampstead bypass or are we talking about 17 through the middle of Hampstead? Hampstead bypass is really a project that is a great dream. I think you'll see it as a reality, but it will be slow coming because
slow coming meaning
construction.
How long?
Right now, it's not funded for construction, which pushes us out beyond 2020. Without some additional revenue coming to this division, it will be toward that end of that program life after 2020.
Is it likely that we'll see toll roads in this area?
Well, it's very possible. Speaking of the Hampstead bypass, someday, you know, if in fact we can't fund it through traditional means, there's a possibility that you would see a toll facility. The Cape Fear Skyway project, which is a toll authority project, if and when it is built, it would be a toll facility.
have studies been done as to what the market can bear? What are people willing to pay in order to have this convenience of a second bridge or a bypass from Hampstead?
Sure. Well, basically, the only project that is being considered as a toll today is the Cape Fear Skyway project. Yes, the Turnpike Authority has done some market studies to determine, what the tolls can generate and what the market will stand. I do not have that with me today, though.
Again, we're talking with Alan Pope, Division Engineer for the State Department of Transportation, and taking a look at some of the issues that came before this particular district in recent years. We were looking at some of the Wilmington area transportation issues and what has been funded and what has not been funded. When we say funded, is this a done deal? Is it safe to assume that this is a done deal for those projects that are in and that it's just not going to happen for those that are out?
Those projects that have construction dollars within our 5-year work program, we're going to deliver. We are shooting for our goal of 95%. That's my charge, and that's what I'm committed to doing.
I noted on the State Department of Transportation's website the fact that they're now going to a 40-year plan, so they're looking out to 2050. Have you looked out that far?
Yes. Yes, I've given my comments already to that long-range transportation plan, and we want to hear from the citizens. If they'll go to our website, ncdot.gov, there is actually a link on there where they can give their inputs in a survey.
Right. And if we wrap up with what is going to be funded and what is not going to be funded in this 5-year plan, in the immediate future,
Sure.
if you will.
The biggest thing is make sure everyone's assured the Wilmington Bypass is funded and will become a project. The other project that is a big concern for me is the military cutoff project, getting us to the bypass. Also the Causeway project between Leland and Belleville and Leland. Wilmington is a funded project. Those are the projects of immediate need, as well as Carr Avenue, to give us some more capacity going north and south in New Hanover County.
And so not funded, Village Road Phase 2, the North College Road projects.
Yes, Dow Road.
Dow Road at Carolina
and
Beach.
Gordon Road.
And Gordon Road. Still very heavily congested areas. And any tips for motorists traveling along those routes who are looking for some relief?
Well, the biggest thing is we got to have revenue to be able to match our needs. Today we've got $5 worth of needs for every $1 revenue. Talk to your legislators. Without an additional source of revenue or an increase in the revenue that we currently have, that's what we've been dealt, and that's the hand we'll have to play.
And you heard it all from Alan Pope, Division Engineer for the State Department of Transportation. I'm Rhonda Bellamy, substituting for Don Ansell. Have a great day.
You've been watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Join us every Sunday morning as we explore the issues that concern you.